Hi, and thanks for joining us. Please be advised that this channel and these videos are not intended to be medically suggestive in any way, shape, or form. What it do, party people? Welcome to tonight's episode of Life Unmedicated. Thanks for joining me. This is episode 43. Let me tell you, today is Monday, July 17th. So, it's been a few days. My apologies. It's been a real feat coming up out of this funk that I was in, but I feel so much better this week. So, I think I'm gonna be able to go back to doing like at least every other day, maybe skip a few days here and there, but just being more consistent because I have definitely been slacking the past couple of weeks, maybe. So I'm gonna try not to make this one too long. This is one I'm probably gonna split into two, and I'll use this one to like summarize my days and like themes, and then I'll use the next one to talk about my goals and for this week and what goals I did not accomplish last week. And what else? Anything I don't get to in the first video, I guess. So the last time I did last time I did a video was the 14th was on Friday. Okay, so Saturday was a good day. I worked out, I came home, I showered and whatnot, and then I hit the couch. Actually, was that Saturday? I talked to my mom and I talked to one of my best friends that I don't get to talk to that often. That was either Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. But Saturday I spent pretty much the whole day on the couch, and then I went to a game night, which was really fun. Didn't really notice any themes that day, but I did notice myself kind of like avoiding a tempting situation or a situation that could become tempting, and just being like, you know what, let me just head it off at the pass. Like, you know how like you try to convince yourself certain things, like, oh, I can do this and I won't end up doing that. But then it always happens because, like, it's like, you try to give yourself an inch and you end up taking a mile, And so I haven't been in too many situations that tempt me in that area, but sometimes I do notice myself doing it just with like general things that I'm not necessarily like committed to doing the opposite of. Nothing, like, it doesn't even have to be bad. It'll just be like, okay, well, I know I should probably do this, but let's try it and see if it works. And then it doesn't work. So it's just like, I'm trying to do like now certain things for a long time now. I feel like since I've hit like my 30s, maybe like since 30, I can't remember. Definitely for the past couple years, I've been trying to like not only know better but do better, and I feel like I'm coming to like I'm coming to a level up on this. Like, how growth is like forever, it's indefinite. So like, you never get perfect in an area. You can always get better and better. So I feel like I'm having this moment where my growth in that area is elevating because I'm like coming to a place in casual areas of my life and in very like serious and important areas of my life where I am knowing better and doing better consistently. And consistently is the key word. It's the key word here. So my thing is just kind of like, well, oh yeah, so on Saturday I was kind of like in the realm of that, like, you know, gotta love people who can't say what they mean anyway. Like, I'm not gonna pull it out of you, you know? Like, if you want something, you're gonna have to ask. I'm not good with hints, and it's like, produces like a lot of anxiety for me. So my coping skill with like trying to deal with like reading between lines and taking like hints and stuff is to just not do it. Because say it with your chest anyway. Why are you hinting? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. There are certain things I understand like, there are certain situations, but in a situation where you're talking like to another person, you all know each other personally, and like you've known each other for a while, and like y'all are friends, I shouldn't have to like read between the lines, bro. Like, you have to tell me what's going on. I can't read your mind. And if it's a situation where you already know I'm not even like in that space right now, in like a certain headspace, then like, anyway. So, you know, I feel like I'm growing in that area, so that's exciting for me, because it's an area that I've been, you know, working on consistently. So we are grateful. So yeah, that was the only real theme, or like mental health related situation I was thinking about for that day. Let's see. Sunday was cool. Saturday night was a little hefty. So I actually did not work out or go to church on Sunday, but I did hit a bedside Baptist. I watched which I wanted to do anyway. I came across this radio station that really only plays like sermons all day. And I just so happened to discover it yesterday while I was on the way to the gym. No, Saturday while I was on the way to the gym, because I left my phone at home, which was very freeing, by the way. I think I'm gonna like incorporate some type of like between whatever, or maybe one day just leave the phone, one day a month or something, leave the house without my phone. I don't know. I felt untethered. Wild, you know, like, ooh. So yeah, that was that. But yeah, so the sermon that I just so happened to stumble upon the station, it was really speaking to me. Oh my gosh, like, it was reinforcing everything I've been thinking about certain situations in my life for like weeks, if not months. Whew. Anyway, so the pastor that was preaching just so happened to be LA based. So I looked up his church and I watched it's all the way, it's far from me. I mean, Jesus is never too far, just for the record, but because I wasn't feeling all that well and I wanted to test out the church. I am very, very, okay, I'm going to get off on a tangent, but I feel it needs to be said. I'm looking for a church home, but I am very particular about where I even go. Like, I'm so glad that they have sermons online now, because then I'm not trying to step into a house of the Lord that is not representing itself to be what it is. You know, like, I don't want to get caught up in it's LA. Like, I don't want to get caught up in no cults, child. And a lot of times you think you walk into one thing and you walk out and you don't feel right. Like, you can just feel it. And then, you know, I don't even want to go into it. So my thing is, I'm glad I can watch it on YouTube, because then I can see what you're talking about and if you're really about that life, you know? So yeah, so I watched that. It was a great sermon. Although he said a couple things that made me say, huh? But it wasn't anything that would make me feel like uncomfortable. No. It wasn't anything that would make me feel like I can tell by his preaching that he is anointed, like, for sure. I can tell. I can just tell. And because some preachers, they know exactly what to say, but then when it comes to certain areas of life, you can tell by the things that they're saying that they're not about like what the Bible is about. They're pushing an agenda, or anyway, let's not get too deep into it, but all that to say, I didn't have the most productive Sunday either, but it was productive because I got to rest. And I watched that, I spent some time with God. I watched that church service, and they do the whole church service. So it wasn't just the sermon. It was like the praise and worship. It was the sermon as well, the benediction, which was really touching to see. It was definitely a line of folks that went and got saved that Sunday, which is great. And it's a smaller church. It's like, it's big. It's not huge. It's like a good size, but it's not like super small, but it's good. Like, you can tell that they have a solid congregation, and they have like Bible study, which I've been wanting to get involved with, and just be, just getting like more in tune, in touch with the word. And then they have like fellowship groups, which is something that I also want to get more into. I want to be able to fellowship more. I want to find people who are interested in the same things I'm interested in, make friends in that arena, things like that. Just kind of build a church home, or find a church home and build fellowship, or build a community for myself, or become a part of a community. Yes, I think that is the best way to describe it. So that was Sunday, and today is Monday. I went to the gym this morning. I came home and rushed through my no, I won't say all that. I came home, and then I got ready and took some clients, and so I saw like 4 clients today, and I'm done now. And I figured I would do this because I've been slacking. And so general themes for the last few days, like my intake has definitely decreased a bit, and also it helps that I have like the healthier snacks, so that like if I do want to snack, I'm not eating things that are like oh so terrible. But eating excessively in general is just a very like fleshly, gratification, or fleshly gratifying situation, and I'm really trying very, very hard to not be controlled by my flesh, just in general. And it's not, I think when we think about that, we think about like sexual sin, but it's not even just about that. It's about like me, or anybody in general, just giving into things that the flesh wants that are not good for us, like stuffing my face every 10 minutes, eating until my stomach hurts. Like, that's not okay, and not eating enough is also not okay. So this is not like a one-way thing. I'm about healthy, not like skinny or whatever. It's not the agenda that I'm pushing here. Agenda I'm pushing here is one of, a healthy relationship with food, and a healthy relationship with yourself. But we're talking about food right now. So it's been fine. Today's been good. I had lunch. I actually didn't even have breakfast, which is not something that I usually do. Lately, I've been eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and in between, child. So today I had lunch. I didn't have time to eat. I didn't have time to eat breakfast because I just went straight to the gym. But it was fine. I ate at like 1, I think. So it's not like I was starving. And then, I've had like a couple snacks since then, having some grapes. But in general, it's been a lot better. Like, I noticed that I'm not like, as I stuff my face, I'm not like just eating up everything every 2 seconds. Also, I need to keep myself busy. It's when I'm just laying on the couch, not doing much, that I'm like, oh, I got them chips over there, or oh, I got them peanut butter pretzel bites over there, or by the way, y'all, them peanut butter peanut butter pretzel bites, right? It's like a little piece. It's like a little pretzel bite with peanut butter on the inside. Get you some like grape jelly on the side. Dip it in. Thank me later. It's so good. Actually, maybe I should not have mentioned that because I can't seem to stop eating it. But I feel like it's not super unhealthy. Like, it's fine, right? We'll see. But anyway, yes. Aside from that, we're at like 15 minutes. My bad. There were a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but I think since we're at 15 minutes, I will just save all of the rest of the themes for the next video when I do the goals, which I think I said I was going to do in the first place. Okay, well, I hope you're having a beautiful day, a beautiful night, a beautiful year, a beautiful life. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in like a second because I'm just going to do the next one just right here, right now. Okay, bye.